It's now my pleasure to introduce a graduate of the Business Administration program and this year's valedictorian, Joel Carleton.
Good morning, Mr. President, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. And good morning and congratulations to the class of 2013. We finally made it. Looking out at the sea of faces I see gathered here this morning, I see many of the same faces I first seen when we gathered in the cafeteria at NSCC on Orientation Day. I remember that day well. And I remember the anxious looks on many of our faces, the feelings of uncertainty, the fear of the unknown. Questions abounded. Will I get along with my instructor? Will I be able to keep up with the rest of the class? Is it too late to get my deposit back? But in short order, all our fears were put to rest, and we started down this long road together. And as we journeyed along this unfamiliar path, we began to make new friends, learn new skills, and even have a little fun along the way. Granted, there were occasional bumps in the road, but as iron sharpens iron, we learned to work together to solve problems and develop abilities we didn't even know we had. One of the skills that NSCC heavily emphasizes is teamwork, the ability to work with others. The value of this quality cannot be overestimated. In the movie Gladiator, the former Army General Maximus tells a band of men in the Colosseum, "Whatever comes out of those gates, we have a better chance of survival if we work together." In the game of chess, the player that ends up winning is inevitably the player who takes all his individual pieces, all with varying abilities, and makes them work together as one unified team. And the same is true in the game of life. When we leave here today, whatever monsters we encounter outside those doors, whether they be at home, in the community, or on the job, the ability to work well with others will allow us to not just survive, but thrive. When I first began preparing this speech, I looked over the NSCC vision, which is transforming Nova Scotia one learner at a time. And at first I thought, is that a realistic vision? Is it really possible to transform an entire province? Or is that just a crazy pipe dream? But I was reminded of a quote by Christopher Reeve who said, "So many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable. And then, when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable." Having worked with many of you, I can say with confidence that yes, the vision of transforming Nova Scotia is realistic for every one of us here today. If we summon the will and work together, anything is possible. Now, during my 2 years in the Business Administration program, I learned a lot of things that'll no doubt help me in future endeavors, but I also learned some other things that you couldn't learn just anywhere. Things that are unique to Marconi campus. And so I'd like to take a moment and share with you some of the other things I learned while attending NSCC. I learned when watching weather forecasts in hopes of a snow day, never trust Cindy Day. In fact, I prefer Frankie McDonald. I learned that if you check a book out at the library and fail to return it, Kara will hunt you down like a vile, mangy dog. I learned that you can safely assume that accounting instructor Spencer Wadden will show up at a school activity if there's free food involved. I learned that faculty member Carol Clark is officially Cape Breton's biggest Keith Urban fan. And in fact, every math test we had, if there was ever a question we didn't know the answer to, we could just write Keith Urban, and she'd always mark it right, because according to Carol, Keith Urban is the answer to any problem. I learned that with great mustache comes great responsibility. That's a Movember reference, by the way, from the King of Stash. I'm proud of that title. It's even in my portfolio. And finally, I learned that with hard work and perseverance, one can accomplish anything they set their mind to. Yes, by virtue of these diplomas, all of us graduating here today possess the skills, knowledge, and experience necessary to thrive in our respective fields. Choosing to attend NSCC was just the first step in our journey to success. Yet, we all have our own reasons for choosing to attend NSCC. For me, it was to get this all-important piece of paper, which would hopefully pave the way to a career at Marine Atlantic or the CBRM. But whatever door you desire to open, pursue the road that takes you there. And as President Bureau described, pursue it with purpose and passion, because the sky's the limit. To quote recent honorary NSCC diploma recipient, astronaut Chris Hadfield, decide in your heart what really excites and challenges you, and start moving your life in that direction. Don't let life randomly kick you into the person you don't want to become. Today's convocation is not the completion of our journey. It is but just another milestone on our individual career paths. But it is a significant milestone, one worth remembering and one worth celebrating. Today is not a day for tears, even though we'll miss seeing each other in the halls, hanging out in the lounge, skipping accounting class to eat lunch at Zafiro's. Oops, did I say that out loud? Sorry, Spencer. On behalf of all graduates, I'd like to express sincere appreciation to the instructors in all programs for doing such a great job and taking a personal interest in every one of us. Thanks also to the faculty in the disability services, student services, library services, maintenance, and administration departments for being so obliging and so encouraging. And thanks too to the Membertou staff for being so accommodating and setting up such a professional and accessible venue here today. And I have to give a special shout out to all my peeps in the Business Admin program too. Thanks, guys. I've made some great friends, and it was a pleasure to work with all of you. Lastly, I have to express my profound gratitude to my parents, Guy and Isabel, who are here today, and who without their support, I would not be here today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and I love you both very much. Wait. Sorry. What we've all accomplished didn't come easy. I know I'm going over time, just hold on. We've all had our own demons to battle just to make it to this point, but that's what makes this day so sweet. We should be able to look back on this day with a sense of pleasure and pride. All the skills we've learned, we'll carry them with us as we continue battling and continue moving forward. It's a well-known proverb that we reap what we sow. So we should therefore have confidence in ourselves and sleep well at night, knowing this investment in education that we've sown will allow us to reap rich dividends long into the future, even if that future seems scary. Let's never limit our dreams because of fear of failure or fear of the unknown. Reach out for opportunities, even if they seem out of our grasp. Poet Robert Browning said, a man's reach should exceed his grasp. So we shouldn't let an ambitious vision hold any of us back from reaching out and grabbing hold of our dreams. So let's all go out and do just that together. Let's put the same time and effort into our future endeavors as we did into our studies at Marconi. And if we do that, I guarantee that all of us will play a role in achieving the NSCC vision of transforming Nova Scotia one learner at a time. Thank you all once again, and congratulations, everyone.